This week on the Trent Out Loud Podcast. Yesterday marked the 17th anniversary of the selfie. What? What up? It's your boy Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. Let's go. All right, what are we talking about today? All right, top of the list here is, let me just turn off my ringer. All right, top of the list is Snoop Dogg. My boy Snoop Doggy Dogg. Y'all remember when that was actually his name and now he's changed it to Snoop Dogg, but it used to be Snoop Doggy Dogg, the dog pound. So I think it was Friday, Snoop put out a post that said, "I'm quitting smoke. Please respect my privacy at this time." And actually, you know what? I want to check something because I actually think he said something about his family, and this is why I'm not. Hold on one second. One day, jeez, man, Snoop posts a lot. Hold on a second. If I'm not mistaken, he said after talking with my family. Oh yeah, see here. I'm giving up smoke after much. This is what Snoop posted Friday. After much consideration and conversation with my family, I've decided to give up smoke. Please respect my privacy at this time. He had 173,000 comments. And he put up, I'm going to put up a picture. He put up a picture with him in praying hands. And then he put up another picture a couple of hours later, respect my privacy. And then another one the next day, just with smoke. And anyways, I'll put up the pictures. Let me take screenshots. So everybody heard this and people were making comments. Meek Mills came out and said, he's going to quit smoking too. He had some diagnoses and something with his lung or whatever, blah, blah. And then everyone's like, yo, Snoop, this, I am going to think about quitting smoking also too, etc. And now Snoop Dogg just came out with a commercial Monday morning. And I always thought something was weird because he didn't say I'm giving up weed. He didn't say I'm giving up. He said, and he didn't even say I'm giving up smoking. He said, I'm giving up smoke. So it always stuck in the back of my head of like, there's something there that's a little bit weird, but because he put the family and because he put like respect my privacy and whatever, like I thought something was wrong with him. I thought he had a diagnosis and, something was wrong with him. Right. So I felt bad. And then now Monday morning, he puts up a post and it's not anything to do with weed. And he's giving up smoke, which is like this smokeless barbecue. Here, I'm going to play it for you guys.
I have an announcement. I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. Done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all sticky icky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove fix fire. They took out the smoke. Clever.
And then if you notice, you hear the laugh at the end, like, haha, I got you. And like, I get it. It was marketing. You're playing on the internet. You're playing, with people. And it's like, oh my gosh, Snoop, you're talk. There's a big thing. And now it's promotion for, what is it? Solo stove. And, coming from somebody like me, who I'm huge in marketing. I mean, that's like, to me, the funnest element of when I had my stores. Like, I love marketing and I love using social media for marketing, and I get it, and teasing and getting people talking. I'm all for it. But there's people out there who are sick. There's people out there who have died from smoking. There's people out there who, have like medical conditions, mental medical conditions. I have people in my family from smoking weed. And yes, I know marijuana has been legalized and everything is fine. I don't have no problem with people smoking. I'm just saying, I feel like I don't really like this kind of promotion. And because it's kind of, I feel like it tugs on the strings of the people that, at the expense of the people who have maybe had somebody or even themselves, problems with marijuana, problems quitting marijuana, illnesses or death or whatever from marijuana or from smoke. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a little tasteless. I get it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't personally think it was funny. Just me personally. Shout out to Snoop. Love Snoop, Uncle Snoop. Everything is done for the culture and everything. And we know Snoop is a good guy and he's just doing it for fun. But I just think Solo Stove or maybe somebody on Snoop's team should have been like, it's a little bit tasteless. Just my opinion. Taylor Swift ties Drake for most Billboard Awards with 39 awards. Shout out to Taylor Swift. I personally I don't think I have ever listened to a Taylor Swift song. And I honestly didn't know. I mean, I know she plays on the radio, so I'm sure I must have heard a song of hers. But anyways, I did not know how big Taylor Swift was until like the past 2 years, or even really this year, like with the tour. And when I heard somebody comparing her to Beyonce, that her tour is bigger. It was Andrew Schultz. I was like, yo, Taylor Swift is bigger than Beyonce or a better performer than Beyonce. I had no idea Taylor Swift was worth $750 million. I had no clue how big Taylor Swift was. I had no idea. And now, her being tied with Drake at 39. And that's what I love about the Billboard Awards is that, if I'm not mistaken, it's not votes. It's literally just numbers, right? And the old Jay-Z saying, right? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So if she's tied with Drizzy at 39 awards, Taylor is huge, man. So anyway, shout out to Taylor. But y'all know I'm Team Drizzy. So, and let me know what you guys thought of Drake's new album. Well, it's not really a new album. He kind of added it on to his album. Hold on a second. Let's talk about Drake's album real quick. So Drake said that he's coming out with I'm pretty sure from what I remember, he said he's dropping new music. So we all assumed it was going to be another album. But then when you go and you search for it on the streaming platforms, it's still under For All the Dogs. And it's just kind of like maybe like a deluxe or a bonus. And it's 6 songs. Anyways, the 6 songs are all fire. It's Drake spitting. I already talked about this on the last podcast. I was excited, but gotta like I was talking about, they're playing tricks on us online. I thought we were getting another album, but anyways, shout out to Drake. Yesterday marked the 17th anniversary of the selfie. What? Anyways, Paris Hilton and Britney Spears. It was Paris Hilton who took the first selfie, her and Britney Spears. I always thought it was Kim Kardashian who started the selfie. But anyways, I never knew that. So for y'all out there who's taking selfies, I am not a big selfie guy. I find it very awkward just holding up your phone and being like, and then if you try to pretend like I'm not a big selfie guy. I hate going on any guy's page and he has a bunch of selfies of himself. I don't like it. Of course, I don't mind it when girls do it, but I'm not a fan of taking selfies. I may have a few selfies on my page, but yeah. Anyways, shout out to the selfie people out there, and shout out to Paris Hilton for starting the trend. Megan Thee Stallion. I would just like to go on record to say, y'all gotta leave Megan Thee Stallion alone. Megan Thee Stallion put out, I don't know if she put out an album or put out a song. I think it was Cobra. I think it was a single. Cobra, her shedding her skin. She said something about leaving a guy because she found him cheating in the same bed where they live. We all assumed that it was Party, her now ex-boyfriend. And now Party has come and put a diss track back to Megan, but Megan never said his name in her song Cobra. But Party's coming out and dissing Meg back or whatever, and everyone online is tearing Megan up. It's like Party told you about her hairdresser told about her, Tori told you about her. Yo, I think you guys need to leave Megan alone. Megan is a dope ass rapper. Megan, people are so caught up with everything else that Meg does, and of course, everything that happened with her and Tori. But for all the females out there rapping, which females are tearing it up, by the way, this year or even last year for the past 2 years. But yo, Megan's delivery style, word, like, I don't know if that's crazy wordplay, but delivery style, lyrics, bars, like, yo, Megan is like top 3 for me, man, in female rappers. I love Megan, so cut her some slack, man. Like, everyone is always ishing on her for the whole Tory thing. I would just like to remind you guys that when it first happened, she said it was glass that she stepped on, and she was trying to cover up for everybody so nobody would get in trouble. And then Tory was one out there, you know, I don't want to open up a whole no can of worms, but Tori was the one who out there, you know, talking this or whatever, blah, blah. And then she's like, okay, you know what? You want to talk? You want to talk? All right, okay, cool. It was actually Tori who shot me. But anyways, y'all leave my baby mama, Megan Thee Stallion, alone, all right? I love me some Megan. American Thanksgiving is this week. Get ready to hear this song on social media all week. Hold on. This is my jam, man. Yo, I love that song, man. That is my favorite. That is my favorite part of American Thanksgiving, man. Anyways, we're gonna hear that song a lot on social media. Anyway, I'm actually just thinking because my sister just called me, and it's a little bit weird that she called. But anyways, yeah, get ready to hear that song all week. Get ready to hear that song all week because it's American Thanksgiving. Shout out to whoever it was that put that song. I thought she was like a preacher in church or something. Anyways, I love that song. Amazon has announced that they are going to start selling cars on Amazon. Yo, that's crazy. I mean, I know that you can buy cars online now. This is nothing new, but the fact that you can like literally go on Amazon and actually buy a Hyundai is actually pretty crazy. People are like, yo, can we get Prime? But so they announced that no, you cannot get Prime, but you know, it's really like you're not actually really buying a car from Amazon. What you're doing is you're going on Amazon, ordering your Hyundai, and then you can either get it delivered to your house or you can go to a dealership near you and pick it up. But yo, shout out to Amazon, man. Like, don't forget, Amazon started out as a bookstore, like an online bookstore. And I'm sure when Amazon is done, like there won't be anything that you cannot get on Amazon. I don't know if you could buy a house on Amazon yet, but I'm sure that's coming, man. And I'm sure there's going to be, now that, you know, Hyundai has started there, I'm sure all the car dealerships are going to eventually be on Amazon, and Amazon will be your one-stop shop. So anyways, I like those kind of things. I was talking with my dad the other day, and the older generation is so against technology. And he's like, yo, we were watching a football game, and he was like, yo, I don't like this instant replay. I don't like how AI is taking this. I don't like self-checkouts. I don't like any, like, this older generation hates anything that's technologically advancing us. And I love it, man. So, yeah, anyways, shout out to Hyundai and Amazon. And lastly, I have to talk about Diddy. I did make some posts on my Instagram when actually, maybe I did talk about it on Friday that Diddy was being sued by Cassie. But anyways, I don't remember if it was actually on the podcast or if it was just on my Instagram. But for all of you out there, I'm sure you've already heard by now that Cassie was suing Diddy. And then within 24 hours, well, anyways, for those of you who haven't heard, that Cassie was suing Diddy for $30 million in a civil suit for rape, sex trafficking, and abuse, et cetera, et cetera. And within 24 hours, Diddy, well, he came out right away and denied it. And then 24 hours later, they settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. And they both said that they came to an amicable decision, which was crazy to me. I like it. Anyways, like I said, it's old news by now, but I just, like, I still don't know what to think. Like, I still, like, I honestly don't know what to think. Like, how did it even get to the lawsuit? Because she was saying, their lawyers were saying that she's been talking to Diddy talking to Diddy's lawyers for the past 6 months, saying that she's going to write a tell-all book. She's going to come out. She wants money. She wants $30 million. Diddy offered her 8 figures. She denied that. And then she went out and filed the suit. And then 24 hours later, and I just don't understand, like, I guess Diddy just was really just calling her bluff and just didn't want to give her, more than the 8-figure offer. And it's like, people are saying, like, because when she first came out, she was saying that she's doing this for the victims and she's doing this for, women out there who feel like they can't talk about what's happened with them. But then she's taking the money and people are like, well, you should actually be pressing charges against them and not even thinking about the money. So is it like, does this mean like it's all BS and it was all made up, and maybe there's a couple of little questionable things but not enough to file criminal charges, so she just went for the money? Or there's people who look at it and it's just like, obviously this happened, and anytime you settle, that's just really hush money, and you just don't want all your business out there in the street, and that means that you already did it. So people think that, like, I don't know, because if you have that proof and somebody did that to you, I don't know. I'm not a woman. I've never been in that place. Like, somebody even DM me, it's like, oh, like, this is why men will never take us seriously and this will always happen. But how can you tell somebody how they want to get over their pain? Like, if this actually happened, then if Cassie is like, I don't care if he goes to jail or not, I want we don't know what she got, but let's just assume that it was, let's say, maybe around 20 million. If she's like, well, I would rather have $20 million and not see him go to jail, I guess there are some women that would rather see him go to jail, make sure it doesn't happen to anybody else, and they don't care about the money. So I don't feel like we could draw any conclusions from the money. Like, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen, or doesn't mean that it did happen. But I don't know. I am so undecided with this whole Diddy Cassie thing. I will say that there had to have been something, because I don't think it could have been completely fabricated, like totally out of her mind. Because then I think Diddy would be like, okay, for sure, bring me to court. So there's has to have been a little something, but to what extent? Like, was it actual rape? Was it sex trafficking? Did he really, do all those things that she said? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Unanimously, I from people's comments online, it looks like everybody believes that he did it, and that's why he's paying her off. I'm not coming to that conclusion. That's just my personal opinion. Anyways, I said I wasn't going to get into it, and I literally just talked about it for like 5 minutes. So that rounds up entertainment news. Let's touch on sports. 2 seconds. Lakers beat Houston. I love the Dillon Brookes, LeBron James kind of battle war. I heard somebody online yesterday that was like, yo, he's just doing this because he wants to be part of LeBron's legacy. I actually think Dillon Brookes is like a Draymond Green. Like, he's just overly passionate, overly competitive. And I think we need more of that in basketball. A lot of people are too soft these days and only thinking about, highlight reels and threes. And like, Dillon Brookes is the defensive minded player. He wants to shut your whole ish down. He wants to come for your neck. And he's just very aggressive. Like I told you, would compare him to Draymond Green. So anyways, I like the little, you can't really call it a rivalry because LeBron is always beating him, but I like their little personal rivalry. And I actually think deep down in my heart, I feel like LeBron likes it too. I think it pushes him. I think he scored a season high 37 or 38 points. And I think it wakes LeBron up. And I think that's what he likes about it. And I think deep down, LeBron respects him for it. 1,000%. And lastly, we ain't going to talk about sports without talking Montreal Alouettes Grey Cup champion. Bam, 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 bam. Yo, for those of you who do not know, I am from Montreal, born and raised in Montreal. So shout out to Montreal. But I made a post about it on my Instagram, and I was like, yo, if you're from Montreal and you're happy about the championship, put some trophies in the comments. Like 5 or 6 people commented. And I know a lot of people follow me from Montreal, but people just don't care. That's crazy to me. Like, if you're in the US and it's New York or LA or anywhere, any football team in the US and the team won, it would be the craziest thing ever. When the Raptors won in Toronto, it was mayhem. I was there when they won the Eastern Conference Finals. I was there. I was doing like a Trent Out Loud kind of YouTube thing at that time. I covered everything with the Raptors when they won, and I also covered the finals. The streets was crazy. There's nothing in Montreal, man. Like, nobody watches the CFL. Nobody cares about the Alouettes. It's nuts. I think it's more the older generation. Anyways, my father had a little party at his house, like 15, 20 dudes. But yeah, like, I know there's going to be a parade, I think. Like, I really don't think that many people are going to show up compared to, let's say, like the Toronto Raptors. When the Toronto Raptors won, there was 2.5 million people. Like, people came from all over Canada to celebrate that Raptors championship. But anyway, so that's a little heartbreaking that nobody cares, and we are the champions. But shout out to the Alouettes and shout out to the Grey Cup. That was a dope game. That's another thing that pisses me off because it was actually really, really a good game, man. You know, Montreal was down. They came up and Winnipeg had gone to, I think, 4 straight Grey Cups. They lost last year, and now Montreal took this from them. They were the underdogs. Montreal played them twice this year, and they lost both times. And Montreal pulled it out, man. And it was a comeback fashion. It was a really, really good football game. I'm not gonna try to act like I watch CFL. I don't watch CFL, but I am gonna watch the Grey Cup, right? But anyways, shout out to Montreal. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace. Go to signupexpert.com/Trent. And then once you sign up for all betting apps and get all your bonuses and get all your rewards, go to your app store and download BetStamp and use promo code TOL.